Autobahn! Hello and welcome to Germany. We're on our way to the Porsche Museum in Stuttgart, and I'm cruising down the Autobahn at 266 kilometers an hour. And it's just another day here in Germany. Let off. Everyone gives each other 2 car links. Every driver here is perfect. No one here is an idiot. It's amazing. But we were here 2 years ago, and we were in a Maserati Ghibli. Needless to say, oh, Lamborghini Urus. Needless to say, the BMW M4 we rented is much more suited for this. This thing feels like it was built just for this. And we're not even breaking a sweat. It's an amazing time. Hello, and welcome to the Porsche Museum in Stuttgart, Germany.
It's like, I hope you didn't get me going like this.
Well, I did. So here we are.
Well, point it up so they can see what I'm doing.
Whoa, we can see each other.
Whoa.
But yeah, so we're about to walk in and see all the Porsches.
But a hijack a GT3 RS, the purple one.
So the last museum I toured with you guys was the Peterson Auto Museum, and that had a bunch of cool stuff like the cars from Fast and Furious, and even Michael Keaton's Batsuit was down there, and a bunch of random stuff. But today we're going through the history of Porsche in the home of Porsche in Stuttgart, so I'm very excited. We'll just go car by car. Let's do it. So here's the first mid-engine sports car for racing. Here is a old Carrera GT. When I think of old Porsche, this is mostly what I think about. I feel the need to like whisper in here because it's so quiet and like perfectly clean. I feel like you get to eat off this floor, but it's super nice and like modernized. But this is kind of the celebration of the Porsche 917, which is so many endurance races and things of that nature. But the 917, they have every single generation of it right here. So let's take a look. Here's a twin turbo setup from the 917, which is very cool. You see how it's very simple in design. You can't read it, but it says that the 917 was the first race car to feature turbo technology, period, which is pretty amazing. Here is a 917 completely stripped out, so let's take a look. If you look at the pedal boxes, they're very close to each other, so you can heel, toe, and downshift pretty fast. You see the fuel lines, everything going through. But you can see how simple the design was overall. Nothing was super complicated. This is one of the fuel tanks. Obviously it says don't step on it because that would not be good when you're in the middle of a race. Big tires in the back. It's a staggered setup. Smaller in the front, wider in the rear. Here is the turbo setup we just looked at earlier, but see it comes all the way back from the motor, comes around, goes straight in, straight out the back.
The clay they used to sculpt the
concept. There you go. So they have this just completely exposed. You can touch it. It's very, very stiff or tough clay. So they end up sculpting it. It'll be very similar in the smoothness of the actual car. This is beautiful. The headlights definitely remind me of the 918 with the 4 projectors. I love the body shape of the front of this, how aerodynamic it looks. You can definitely tell the influence from the Carrera GT coming out the back. Kind of those mounted exhaust in kind of an unorthodox fashion, but the motor comes back. You can see, I think, what is push rod suspension, which is very cool. This is one of my favorite sections of the museum. These are the rally cars that went off-road. It's so weird that there was basically group series rally cars that were Porsche 911s and 959s, so let's take a look. My favorite one here is the 959 rally car, so let's look at that first. Here it is right here, from Paris to Dakar. Tell me why the 959 is special.
You tell me why the 959 is special.
The 959 is special because it actually had the production car speed record for a while. It was the fastest car in the world for a little while, but then the F40 took it from it, but it still goes way over 200 miles an hour. So when they built it as a rally car, it's pretty mind-blowing as well. Also, with the rally section and the race car section, the whole area behind it lights up, and you can see everything get illuminated. You know what I noticed, Alejandra? The Lamborghini Museum was like very... Thanks. The Lamborghini Museum was like much louder and like more alive. And this is like proper and mature. I mean, it kind of speaks through the brand though, right? Porsche is very like civilized and perfection and everything's like nitty gritty down to the decimal point. But Lamborghini's just like, hello, come through our museum. So in front of us is a Porsche 935/78, nicknamed Moby Dick 992, but it finished Silverstone with a 7-lap lead, which is crazy. Alejandro, what's your dream car?
The GT3 RS.
Oh, look, what a coincidence. You gonna sit in it?
Just waiting to get into my car, just letting people sit in it.
All right, can she drive the GT3 RS?
Well, since I can't scoot the seat up, no.
Can you not?
Can I?
Now this is pod racing. So one thing I find interesting are these roadsters. You never really see these in the United States, and this is a 968 Roadster, and the color is actually very beautiful, but we'll take a closer look at it too. The interior is blue. It was meant for me.
I was right.
Alejandra guessed by seeing the back of this car. It was the car from Cars. Yup. Literally. Guys, I think I'm gonna have to argue that the Carrera GT is the best sounding Porsche ever made. Come at me, bro. Look at this diffuser. Holy moly. Alejandra, I'd like to order a Porsche. Can you order me a Porsche? Wow. Welcome to Westworld.
Or like an Iron Man.
Oh yeah, the hologram stuff. This interactive screen here that comes up like here. The one that nobody wants. Behind me is possibly the best car review video day I've ever had. It's the Porsche 918. The Porsche 918, I don't know if I would say it's the best car I've ever driven, but if I had to choose one, it'd be up there, obviously. But also, thinking logically, I was really nervous driving the 918 due to how expensive it was, but unbelievable car. I love it. One of my favorite things about it is the exhaust that comes out the top. I've always loved that. Here's the Mission E. I actually love the way it looks, to be honest. So here, you can drop down and listen to all the cars start up. Pretty cool. So now we're on the top level, and it's the evolution of the 911 Carrera and also the GT3. It's pretty cool. This is the millionth Porsche Carrera S ever made. Pretty cool. Not that interesting, but this is how dedicated they are to the look. The handrails are just built into the wall, so you don't fall, because these are very steep. Okay, so we just finished the Porsche Museum. Now we get to drive on more autobahn. But now we got to go from Germany, which is speed all you want, pretty much, to Switzerland, where you can't speed at all, or you go to jail. No U-turns and tunnels. I'm sure everyone knows that story. Autobahn! So after a very fun trip with autobahn in Germany, we cross into Switzerland, which is beautiful, but you have to obey the speed limits down to the kilometer. We got a ticket last year for 2 kilometers over in Switzerland, but now we've made it to the beautiful city of where?
Sorry, I'm smiling at it. Yes.
Where are we?
Area 51.
Oh my god, no! What were you saying, Alejandra?
We just saw a doppelganger of Motion Auto TV, Trevor.
Yeah, he's a taxi driver in Lucerne.
Taxi driver here. Don't worry, it's a nice Mercedes hatchback.
But it's not a 240 with a Jay-Z in it.
Sorry.
Womp womp. We're here in Lucerne. It's beautiful. The architecture's beautiful. Everything's great about it. And now we're walking to the lake, and we're going to show you around Lucerne. 10 points to Gryffindor to whoever gets that reference.
It's a stand-up comedian.
What's interesting about Switzerland is that it speaks multiple languages, and here in Lucerne they mostly speak German, but if you go to somewhere like Geneva, which is near the border of France, they speak French. So it can be kind of confusing sometimes. It is beautiful though, so. Okay, so I think we've had an amazing time here in Lucerne. It is absolutely beautiful here in Switzerland. We drove the autobahn, had a ton of fun, but then we got kind of stopped in Switzerland, not pulled over, but it's so much slower pace here. I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.